welcome back. I'm with Laura.
Hi.
And we are in Agadir to go to the Boujloud Festival. So, yeah, follow along. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Boujloud or Bilmawn, which is a really unique Moroccan tradition. So I'm excited and I hope you learned something.
Welcome to Agadir. Okay, did I do it?
Zid.
زيد. مرحبا بكم في أغادير كاين البحر كاين يخوتة. That means boat. Yeah, شكرا بزاف. I personally love swimming here and tanning on the beach and playing soccer tournaments and losing against Moroccans.
So, what is Boujloud? So Boujloud or Bilmawen is a traditional Amazigh celebration that takes place after Eid al Adha. And basically, people take the skins of the sheep or the goat that they sacrificed, and after cleaning it and tailoring it up a little bit, wear the skins kind of like a costume. And yeah, and so it's a big celebration. People dance, play around, just kind of, have fun. Some people call it like the Moroccan Halloween. So the Amazigh are the indigenous ethnic group of North Africa and Morocco. And most Moroccans tend to be pretty proud about that heritage. But of course, in a lot of ways, Morocco is a mix of different cultures. So Boujloud as a celebration dates back hundreds of years. And there's a little bit of debate as to what it actually is, when it originated. Some scholars say that it came dating back like thousands of years to celebrations and traditions before Islam came to Morocco, whereas others assert that Boujloud is fundamentally inseparable from Islamic tradition because it's connected to Eid, and therefore without Eid and without Islam, Boujloud couldn't happen. And yeah. Okay, hello, editor Dylan here. I've learned a lot since I originally recorded this video, so I wanted to add some quick tidbits about things that I didn't include originally. First off is that some scholars think that the Bilmawn festival dates back to folk traditions related to either fertility or life and death, which, makes sense in the context of sacrificing and then skinning the animal. But it has since evolved in the past several hundred years, and now Boujloud kind of has its own cast of characters and its own unique folklore around it. So the goat character, the full goat with the horns, is Bilmawn / Boujloud, and then there's also other characters like children wearing masks. There is a donkey character, a judge, and they're all like the companions are also trying to chase after Bilmawn. So it's kind of cool how those characters have evolved into their own thing over the years. Finally, there are some people that associate Bilmawn with anti-colonialism, as the tradition still occurred during the colonial era in Morocco, and so some see it as an act of defiance that the Amazigh pride and traditions are still there, and others view the festival as a whole as being related to like rebellion, resistance, and so I thought that was an interesting link, and I will put some sources in the description if you want to learn more about the celebration. So yeah. Agadir is the biggest city and in many ways the heart of the Souss region, and because of that, Boujloud is a big deal. rather than just people dressing in costumes, they have a whole organized festival and different events. Like this display in the park with different photographs, painting, masks. Got to try one on. And then they have concerts and music every night of the festival. And then the festival ends with a big parade of hundreds of people wearing their Boujloud costumes and just having fun, dancing, playing music, all around a good time and showing off the work and their talents. All right, back in Agadir at the beach because it's day 2. Well, okay, technically it's like day 4 or 5, but we only came for the end.
Day 2 for us at Boujloud.
And so there's like the parade with everyone wearing the Boujloud costumes tonight. And so we got here a little bit early. We have some transportation chaos, so we take what we can get. And yeah, so just enjoying the beach. I'm gonna grab a little snack and then yeah. So yeah, as you can see, Boujloud is a time of celebration and embracing traditional Moroccan heritage and celebrations. It's really cool to be here for that and to live in a region where people actually celebrate this. And of course, Agadir looks very different than other places. So because Boujloud is an Amazigh celebration, it tends to be, people in predominantly Amazigh communities or communities that are more embracing the Amazigh identity more tend to celebrate it, whereas other communities that maybe have less of that Amazigh pride don't as much. So what I mean by that is that in Agadir and in the Souss region, as well as in rural communities throughout the Atlas Mountains, Boujloud is celebrated and it's normal. However, in some cities like Casablanca, Rabat, and Tangier, it's not necessarily as common to see people celebrating. And Agadir is kind of considered heart of the Souss Amazigh region, and so seeing Boujloud in Agadir is like the place. So I'm glad that I was able to go. But I did want to talk about some of the controversies around Boujloud. Obviously, I can't really talk very much about the nuances of this since it is not something that I know of a lot about. But basically, some scholars believe that it is haram because wearing the skins and masks of animals is likening humans to animals, and to God, humans are different, and by dressing as animals, it's kind of disrespecting the human body in a way. And then also, before prayer, it's essential for Muslims to wash themselves. It's called ablution, and wearing the skins and putting on and taking off costumes can make it a lot harder to do so. And yeah, so it's kind of interesting hearing that this tradition that's been around for hundreds of years is controversial but accepted by different people. So that's just kind of cool, those kind of dynamics. Okay, Editor Dylan back again. I just wanted to add one more thing. Is another source of controversy around Boujloud is the traditional versus modernism side of things. So, for example, a lot of Amazigh people who may celebrate Boujloud and embrace it think that some of the costumes and like dancing and commercialization and stuff of Boujloud kind of is not a good thing, and some people, for example, look down on the Agadir celebration as being like not necessarily the real Bilmawn, whereas others see it as an evolving tradition. So costumes changed, like the types of makeup and masks and dancing and music and all of that changes. So I just thought that was kind of interesting that there's this dichotomy within the community that celebrates this. But yeah, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed the video and learned something about this super cool festival. And yeah, I have some ideas in mind for next month's video, but I'm not going to spoil anything yet. Maybe I'll talk about the brutal heat, but yeah. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.